If you ask, how much money does Bill Gates have, the answer would probably be something like, oh, 50 billion or so, but who's counting? But does he have $50 billion in cash lying around the house? Obviously not. That answer includes his worth or his wealth. And in everyday conversation, people often exchange the two as if they meant the same. However, economists certainly wouldn't count all of his wealth as money. But what would they count? In this module, you will learn the definition and functions of money, the various roles money plays and the many forms it can take in the economy, and how the amount of money in the economy is measured. So, what makes the $20 in your pocket different from your laptop computer or your cell phone? All three are assets, but only the $20 will be accepted by the gas station as payment for your gasoline and Big Gulp. Money is essentially anything that is exchangeable for goods and services. Of course, you could sell your laptop and your cell phone because they have value, and someone would probably even give you more than $20 in exchange, which you could use to buy gasoline and other items. Or maybe you could convince the gas station to exchange gasoline for your laptop. But probably that's only going to work if they want the laptop. Money, then, is any asset that can be easily used to purchase goods and services. In Module 22, we define an asset as liquid if it can easily be converted into cash. Money consists of cash itself, the definition of liquidity, as well as other highly liquid assets. All currency in circulation, cash in the hands of the public, is money. While the gas station would not accept your laptop, they would accept your debit card. Does that make your bank account money? Well, actually it does. Checkable bank deposits, bank accounts that allow check writing or debit cards, are also considered money because they are virtually perfectly liquid. As for other assets, well, it depends. There are two definitions of the money supply, the total value of financial assets in the economy that are considered money. We will look back at these definitions at the end of this presentation. Money plays a crucial role in generating gains from trade because it makes indirect exchange possible. You don't have to want what someone else has in order to make a trade. It would be extremely difficult for both parties if instead of using money, they had to barter directly for the goods and services they sell. A heart surgeon could then only purchase things from people who needed heart surgery. Because money allows us to trade more easily, it encourages trade and therefore increases welfare. While it seems that everything relies on money, money really only has three main roles in any modern economy. It is a medium of exchange, a store of value, and a unit of record. Let's look first at its role as a medium of exchange. Your employer exchanges dollars for an hour of your labor. You exchange those dollars for a grocer's pound of apples. The grocer exchanges those dollars for an orchard's apple crop, and so on. Without money, we would make such exchanges in a barter system. If I were a cheesemaker and I wanted apples, I would need to find an orchard that also needed cheese, and this would be a supremely difficult way to do my shopping. We would have to have a double coincidence of wants, where I wanted what they had and they wanted what I had. Now, interestingly, at points and situations in history, people will have turned to new mediums of exchange. For example, in World War II prison camps, cigarettes functioned as a medium of exchange even amongst non-smokers. The next role of money is storing values. As long as prices are not rapidly increasing, money is a decent way to store value. You can put money under your mattress or in a checking account, and it is still useful with essentially the same value a week, a month, or even 10 years later. If I were the town cheesemaker, I must quickly find merchants with whom to exchange my cheese, because if I wait too long, nobody's going to want my stinky cheese. This is why ice cream cones would never function as money. The last role of money is unit of account. Units of currency, like dollars, euros, yen, measure the relative worth of goods and services just as inches and meters measure relative distances between 2 points. In the barter system, all goods are measured in terms of other goods. So prices in a barter economy might be something like this. A pound of cheese equals a dozen eggs equals a half pound of sausage equals 3 pints of ale. With money, the value of cheese and all other goods and services is measured in terms of a monetary unit like dollars. Suppose, for example, that Mr. Smith says he'll let you have an apartment if you clean his house twice a week and bring him a pound of steak every day. Whereas Miss Jones wants you to clean her house just once a week, but wants 4 pounds of chicken every day. Who's offering the better deal? It's hard to say. If, on the other hand, Smith wants $600 a month and Jones wants $700 a month, the comparison is easy. Throughout human history, people have understood the important roles that money plays, but have chosen to use different types of money within their societies. Commodity money is something used as money, like gold or silver. Gold obviously has other valuable uses, and if you didn't want to use your gold or silver to purchase a covered wagon, you could have it melted into jewelry, you could make dishes out of it, you could do something else that would still retain that same value. And even now, you can take gold jewelry to be melted in, and it is worth money. This is commodity money. Now, commodity-backed money is a medium of exchange with no intrinsic value, whose ultimate value is guaranteed by a promise that you can convert it into some valuable good. This form of money appears similar to our current paper money and is used to make transactions, but you could take paper currency to a bank and exchange it for an equivalent amount of gold or services, or gold or silver. This is where the term pound for the British pound comes from. It was worth a pound of metal. Now, hold up a U.S. bill of any denomination. Is this commodity money? No. If you were to take it to a local bank, would they give you an equivalent amount of gold for this money? No, but it could be kind of funny to try. Is it money, though? Well, sure. Says who? The government. If you mow my lawn and I give you some money for your labor, why should you accept it? Wouldn't you rather have something useful, like a block of cheese? So what is so useful about this money? I can take it somewhere and buy something I really want. Maybe cheese, maybe not. What if the store didn't accept it? Like some stores refuse to accept checks or debit or credit. If you look on the front bottom left corner of your dollar bill, it reads, "This note is legal tender for all debts, public and private." This is a declaration from the U.S. government that you can use this money to pay taxes or buy a Slurpee. This is called fiat money. Fiat money is money whose value derives entirely from its official status as a medium of exchange. This is our money today. It is our money because the government has decreed it to be our money. Everyone accepts it as payment for nearly everything. So it serves the purpose of money. Now at the beginning, we asked, well, what exactly constitutes money? And if we want to know how much money out there, it depends on how we define money. The Federal Reserve, our central bank, has two aggregate measures of the money supply. First, we add up the money that is most easily used to make transactions. Currency and coin in circulation, plus checkable deposits, plus traveler's checks. And this is M1. This is money that you can take into a place and use for payment for your gas or your Slurpee. Then, the Fed expands the definition to include near monies, or forms of money that can be easily converted into cash. Things that are slightly less liquid than M1. Near monies tend to pay interest, while few items in M1 pay interest. M2 is equal to M1 plus these near monies: savings accounts, short-term certificates of deposit, and money market accounts. Certificates of deposit and money market accounts are kind of like savings accounts where you have committed to leave your money into the bank for a certain time, but you could still go and pull it out, possibly losing some of your interest benefits before that time would come. Things like savings accounts, while we can't use the balance of our savings account to directly pay the gas station, we could easily now hop on the computer, move that money from our savings account to our checking account, and then head on our way to the gas station. Here are some practice problems to test your knowledge on Module 23. Be sure to pause the video as needed to give yourself time to work out the answers before letting the questions appear.